We are right outside the home where all of this went down earlier. Just hours ago, you couldn't see through the street to see this house because of all the multiple law enforcement units that responded to this situation. We do have some video to show you of that scene earlier. DeWitt Township Police tell us shortly after 8:30 this morning, Clinton County 911 received a call from a 15-year-old boy saying his mother had just shot him.
They had to kind of coax him out. So
was it because Mom wasn't letting him out?
No, I don't think that's the case.
This is the police department. We are attempting to deliver you a phone.
All as frustrated family and friends looked on, trying to make sense of the situation and pleading to their loved one.
Open the door!
Now we are on air and we are airborne. Check it out. We're floating over beautiful Howell. You cannot beat this view. We are actually joined in the basket this morning by the pilot, Dennis Hall. Dennis, thanks for joining us up here. I'm not sure we would have made it off the ground if you weren't in here with us. So how high are we right now and how fast are we moving?
So this is still very much an active scene here. Whatever started here earlier today is not over by any means. Lansing police currently are searching a wooded area to the south of Everett High School, and they have a perimeter set up around Kavanaugh Road here. They have confirmed that at least one person showed up earlier today at McLaren Hospital with a gunshot wound, and our cameras on scene here caught another victim being wheeled out of the woods. Now our cameras also caught officers emerging from beyond that tree line in this wooded area with rifles drawn and flanked by K9.
The sun's up and we're getting a better look at some of the damage done by the storm last night, and it's not pretty. This used to be a walled-in living room and patio space. You can see no walls stand now. The homeowners told me this all happened within 10 to 15 seconds. Those winds came in and took half this home within. Just to give you a better sense of how fast these winds were moving, this is a piece of the garage. We showed you about an hour or two ago that the garage is in the front of the home. The winds actually picked up this piece and brought it to the back.
Mariah, you tell us the problems with these buildings started, what, over a year ago now?
Sherry, city officials say they've been working with property owner David Taylor for almost 2 years now, trying to bring this property up to code, and they say not much has changed.
This is apartment 314, the eviction.
I got tired of the bugs and roaches, so I went down to Middle Road and slept in the bushes.
Tenants tell me the day Amicus took over, a representative handed out copies of this sheet to everyone, stating that Amicus was now in charge of property management, billing questions, and rent payment. Tenants say they collect rent every month without fail, but property management, not so much.
They're not doing their job.
Have you ever called Amicus?
No.
And why haven't you called Amicus?
Because I don't want to get thrown out. I don't have a place to go, no money.
And what they're doing is if anybody complains, they're simply sending them a 30-day notice for eviction.
Leaving tenants who need help scared to ask for it. Remember this piece of paper, the one passed out to the Hampton Park families back in April? Brant Iden is named as the project director. Not only does Iden represent Amicus, he also represents Michigan House District 61 in Kalamazoo County. Iden was at the Capitol today for House session. He stepped out briefly to speak with us, but would not go on camera. He says he is no longer the project manager at Hampton Park Apartments, and all further comments would have to come through Amicus.
Do you feel like you've been abandoned?
Yeah, from everybody. Let them live with the roaches and the bed bugs for 1 year. Make them live here with nothing, just like they're letting their tenants live here.
There's always that split second of worry when you start your car during a cold winter morning. You know what I'm talking about, but AAA Michigan doesn't want that to be you, so they offer some frigid weather fast packs. For instance, do you have a problem with your windows freezing shut overnight? Ditch that cup of boiling water and use a plastic grocery bag. Zip it up in between the glass and the door frame, and you should be able to get your windows down with ease the next day. Good morning, guys. We're hanging out at the barber shop talking beard care this morning, and if you're participating in No Shave November, and I'm talking to you at the Minute 6 News, we have some beard care tips you're going to want to use this month. That's next.